So, welcome everybody to DrSwiss Moto. It's me, David. We are back for another vlog numero 2. So if you're seeing this one after the first one, thank you so much for staying tuned. There is a lot more to come. This isn't it. So I'm gonna show you what my vehicle today is. It's my 2012 Triumph Tiger 800 XC, which I bought for the purpose of munching more miles and doing some off-roading. That's why I have some proper rubber on there. So yeah, this is it. It's tastefully decorated with some penguins, because why not? Life is too short. So I'm pretty sure most of you are familiar with this model. If not, then it's a Triumph. It's a very cool bike. I love it. It has a 3-cylinder, I think 94 I think horsepower. That would be it, from 800cc. And for me it sounds amazing. Funny thing is, I heard from other Triumph owners, they were like, oh yeah, the sound is a bit dull, and I was like, what? Like, this thing screams. I have no idea what you guys are all about. So yeah, so this is my off-roading rig. So let's go for a ride, let's talk a bit. And the first thing I'm actually gonna talk to you guys about, and probably listen to that. Doesn't that sound cool? I think so. How can you say it sounds dull? There is nothing about that sound that's dull. Like, what the fuck? So yeah, one thing that I can ask you about, since we are on the theme of adventure bikes, what do you think about the new Honda, the Transalp? Because on the way here I was talking to my friend MFJ. No, it's not motherfucker Jones, it's somebody else. About that, and man, oh man, it's like, I'm not a fanboy for Honda. I do really enjoy their bikes. I have 2 of them. I had 3 of them at some point. I even have a car that's a Honda. But the new Transalp, I think it really does miss out a lot, especially on the price point, because bear with me, it's practically the same price as a Yamaha Tenere, a T7. And for some reason, and feel free to correct me, but for some reason I don't think it's as capable of roading, and the price is practically the same. Like, that's the thing I cannot wrap my head around. Are you gonna just cross the road, man? So if it was way cheaper than the Tenere, I would be like, alright, good, fair enough. It's a bit cheaper. You can buy some proper tires at some point, change up the suspension, and you'll have like a proper off-roading bike. But it's not even cheap. That's the thing that gets me. And I think, and by the way, this is all I think, because I have no certainty of anything I'm talking about, but I do think it's the same motor as the Hornet. And the Hornet here in Switzerland is, I think, 7,000 something francs. So I really thought, oh, alright, like the Transalp would be at the very max, let's say 1,000 more, 8.5, something like, on those lines. But no, it's like 11,500, God knows what. And if you want like the off-road package, I don't even know how that's called, it's even more expensive than that. So is it a better bike? Like, in my opinion, if you're gonna do what I'm doing now, riding on asphalt all the time, occasionally going off-roading, I don't know, at the campsite to go put up your tent, then it's probably more than enough. But if you're serious about your off-roading, and if being serious or not, at the end of the day, when you buy one of these bikes, like, you end up going down that rabbit hole. Like when I bought the Triumph, in my head I was like, you know, just to do some miles, nothing off-road, just all gonna be easy peasy lemon squeezy, I don't want to go off-roading, etc. And then it took one person to tell me go off-road, and I was like, I'm gonna go off-road. So yeah, it's like one of those things. And if you buy the Transalp, I don't really think you're, I mean, if you're somebody that knows what he's doing, no matter what you're riding, you're gonna be doing it. Like there are enough videos of people doing off-roading in R1s and race bikes and all sorts of things, so it's not gonna be the factor that's gonna be taking you out of that idea. But it's I find it so difficult to just look at that bike, look at the price and think it's better than a T7. And more to the point, you can leave all of your hate mail in the comments if you want about this, or maybe be productive and let me know, is there an alternative to the T7 at the same price point? And I cannot stress this enough about the price point, because I'm pretty sure there is something way better but that costs a lot more money. But for some reason we cannot come up with one single bike that's at that price point better than the T7, and we were kind of hoping that the Transalp would be it. I was actually even looking into the Transalp to maybe trade in the Triumph for one, put some money on top and get a newer bike. But the more I read about it and then I saw the pictures, it looks fantastic, it looks the business. But I mean, it really does look like it's not built for the kind of abuse that you can put it through like with the T7. So yeah, let me know in the comments or send me some hate mail to my Instagram or through the website, links will be down below. But I would love to know your opinion. To be fair, it's probably the bike I've been having the most rants about with my friend. It's pretty much been that, like rants about the Transalp. So I would love to know your opinion. Maybe we are both completely wrong and somebody out there has the answer to all of our problems. But yeah, let me know, is the Transalp better at off-roading than the T7? And is there a better bike for the job? So we are going through a little town, which the name I completely forgot, Hergisville, that's it. And this is Glazy Hergisville, which is a place where they have been doing glass for years upon years upon years. Very interesting place. I've been there once to the museum, visited it. Very interesting, nothing to do with motorcycles because it's glass. So I will stop. Look at that. So if you're wondering why the fuck is there a gigantic gnome in the middle of a garden in Switzerland, at this moment we are going through Fastnacht, which is similar to Carnival minus the silicone boobs and the Brazilians. So it's a time where everybody goes out and parties, and there are amazing like shows, and it's a thing in Switzerland. Like everybody loves it. I'm a bit of a hit and miss with that because I'm a bit too many people outside. I don't really want to go, but it's interesting. Like they have parades, like every village, every city has their own parades, and it's fun. Like everybody has a lot of fun. You cannot say it's not fun because it is. So if you're ever in Switzerland around this time of year, just get ready to see some weird shit out in the streets. You may be thinking, why is everybody dressed in a very weird manner? And that's it, it's Carnival. So my idea is to go up a little mountain just to show you the amazing view from up there, and that will be the vlog for today. I think that's a good plan. So I talked to you guys about the Transalp and how upset I am about that. So now let's move on to something else. Oh yeah, like today the most annoying thing that can happen to people when they are riding a bike happened to me, and it really threw me off my pace, which was a little Italian man with a little Italian car riding very, very, very close to my ass, like to the point where I could hear him breathe down my neck. I could smell his cologne. That's how close he was of me. So it was just a big no-no. Like, why do people do that? Why do you ride right up people's asses? What's the point? What are you gaining from that? If you want to pass, just pass. Like right now, if I wanted to pass that car, I would just put the gear down and goodbye Volkswagen Passat. Like, just go on with your life. Not that guy. That guy had enough space to overtake, and he just stayed there, like right up my ass. I literally had to look back at him, do this with my fingers to try and convene to him that he was riding a bit too close to comfort. And just then, after all of that, he thought to himself, you know what, I think I'm too close to that man, and he backed off. But not before he drove like God knows how long, just pretty much on top of me. I find that so annoying. So this road we are on now, it's one of those mountain roads that really doesn't go anywhere because it's a dead end, so I will have to ride all of this back down the same way I drove it up. But it's a very cool little road. Like, at the end when you get up there, you're just like, oh my god, this is absolutely fantastic. It all will make sense, and you will be happy that you took the time to go up here. The thing is, it's a very narrow road, so you have to be like ready if somebody comes from the front. So just, you need to stay sensible with your speeds, try your best to stay in your lane, and just have a defensive riding style, is what I'm trying to say. Always be ready to brake if something happens, because it may not even look that narrow on the camera. That's the thing with these cameras. It's sometimes you're going up a hill that's like, ooh, that was proper ice on the road. Fuck, that was interesting. So my thinking right now is, should we even go up there? Because if there are a lot of places where the water is just gonna be pouring through the road, it's just gonna be icy, and we are just gonna be falling to our asses. So let's see, let's continue, let's cross that icy bridge when we get there. Probably not my best move, but it's the move I have, so we'll keep going up. So yeah, as I was saying, don't ride up people's asses. That's just dangerous, especially on motorcycles, because if I have to brake, or anybody has to brake, and you're on our asses, you're just gonna wipe us out. Don't do that. Don't be an ass. Be a proper human being, please. So yeah, if you learn something from this channel, let it be that. So it's a beautiful day in Switzerland. It's about 7, I think, from the temperature. So it's not cold as hell, and it's not warm as hell, but it's nice enough that you're not freezing your ass off. That's what I'm trying to say. So up there is Mount Pilatus, just in case you know your mountains. That's Pilatus up there. There is an amazing trail to go up there on foot, which we are not going to be doing today. So just in case you tuned in to see me walk all the way to Pilatus on foot in my bike gear, you can turn off your TV, cell phone, tablet, whatever you're watching this on, off, because I'm not going to do that. That could be, however, very interesting, to go all the way up there in your bike gear. Like, you would probably get some looks from people. everybody dressed up in their best walking boots, and you're just passing them in your bike gear like, good morning, how are you? So snow, there is none up here. Like, there is a couple of patches of snow that didn't melt, but ice, there is plenty of that, like plenty of ice. Wasn't expecting to see that, but we'll just keep going very slowly and just be careful every time there is a bit of a shade. I'm pretty sure everybody would love to see how it looks like to fall over on a Triumph Tiger, but I don't really want to do that video. So again, if you're tuning in to see an accident, you can just turn off your TV right now. Nothing to see here. So we're coming up to the top. So for those who were patient and stayed tuned for it, you're gonna get to see what I mean. So what are you doing, little smart car? Some not so smart moves, as I see. Also, what kind of a idiot calls it is car smart? Like, what kind of a move was that by Mercedes-Benz? So here we are, gonna show you the bike once again, because at the end of the day this is a bike channel. So good old faithful, and this is the view I'm gonna leave you with. So I really hope you enjoyed. It was a bit of a wild ramble today, I know that. So the first vlog I did say who I was, what I was doing. Today I didn't teach you anything, so sorry about that. So I hope you stay tuned till next time, and just buckle up, buttercup, because it's gonna be a wild ride.